Imagine you have spent 6 months planning your Portugal move. You have done the research, you know the visa requirements, you have run the numbers on your social security and pension, and everything checks out. Then you discover that your D7 application cannot even be submitted without a Portuguese bank account. And when you start calling banks, most of them won't open one for an American. This video is what I wish every American researching Portugal had found 6 months earlier. Here is the specific requirement that catches most Americans off guard. The D7 visa requires 11,040 euros, approximately 12,000 US dollars, sitting in a Portuguese bank account, not a US account, a Portuguese account, documented in a statement you include with your application. Think about what that means for someone in the middle of planning this move. Every week of confusion at this step is a week your retirement is on hold. The visa timeline is already long. The banking step does not have to make it longer, if you know what to do. Here is why so many Americans get turned away. A piece of US law called FATCA requires foreign banks to report their American account holders directly to the IRS every year, automatically. The compliance cost of that reporting is why many Portuguese banks simply say no. It is not about your financial situation. It is a compliance calculation that works against Americans by default. The good news is that some banks do accept Americans, and once you know which one, the path forward is clear. Novo Banco. This is what most immigration specialists recommend for Americans. FATCA compliant, accepts U.S. citizens, including non-residents, over 350 branches across Portugal, and a premium tier with English-speaking account managers. For someone navigating Portuguese banking from the United States for the first time, that English support matters more than most people expect until they are in the middle of the process. Alongside Novo Banco, 2 tools complete the picture. Revolut for daily spending, no FATCA issue, 0 foreign transaction fees, used by nearly every American expat in Portugal, and Wise for transferring money from the US, mid-market rates, transparent fees, and the audit trail your visa application will need. Both are linked in the resources section. Imagine spending 2 weeks gathering documents and preparing your application, then calling a bank and being told they do not accept American customers. That is the experience most Americans have before they find this information. Here is what to avoid. Santander, Portugal, widely referenced in expat guides. For Americans, FATCA compliance issues make this a non-starter for most. BPI and Caixa Geral de Depósitos, 2 of Portugal's most recognizable banks. Same FATCA issue. You will typically be declined as a non-resident American. Millennium BCP is more complicated. Largest network in Portugal, best English online banking. Some branches accept Americans, others do not. If you go this route, call the specific branch before starting any paperwork. Novo Banco for your official account, Revolut for daily use. Those 2 handle what you need. If this research is saving you weeks of confusion, subscribe to Next Chapter Abroad. Primary sources only. New episodes every week. Now, imagine you have just confirmed Novo Banco will work for you. You are ready to start. Here's the exact sequence. From 0 to a compliant bank statement, ready for your D7 application. Step 1. Get your NIF first. Your Portuguese tax identification number is required before any bank will open an account. If you are not yet in Portugal, a fiscal representative, typically a Portuguese lawyer or accountant, can obtain it on your behalf. Cost: approximately 1 to 200 euros. Timeline: 1 to 2 weeks. Step 2. Open Novo Banco remotely via power of attorney. Banco de Portugal's own consumer portal confirms this is legal. Accounts can be opened by distance communication without visiting a branch. Services that handle this for Americans charge around €290. Timeline: 2 to 4 weeks. Step 3. Make the initial deposit, approximately €250 to activate the account. Step 4. Transfer your D7 savings requirement, €11,040 via Wise. Keep the funds in the account for at least 3 months. Your application will require a statement showing that balance. Step 5. Obtain the statement and include it with your D7 application. Total timeline from starting the NIF process to having a compliant statement, approximately 3 to 4 months. That is the planning window most people miss because they treat banking as the last step. It is one of the first. Your account is now open. The €11,040 is deposited. You feel like the hard part is behind you. Then, your tax specialist asks a question you were not expecting. Have you filed your FBAR? Most Americans moving to Portugal have no idea what that means. Here is what it is. FBAR, the Foreign Bank Account Report. FinCEN Form 114. If your Portuguese bank account holds more than $10,000 at any point during the year, you must file this form annually with the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, not the IRS. FinCEN. Deadline April 15th. Automatic extension to October 15th. The D7 savings requirement of €11,040 crosses that threshold the moment the funds land in your account. Every American opening a Portuguese bank account for the D7 must file FBAR. This is the compliance obligation most retire abroad content leaves out entirely. There is a second obligation, FACA Form 8938, which attaches to your regular tax return. Thresholds are higher. Both FBAR and Form 8938 are often required simultaneously. Handle both with a qualified U.S. expat tax specialist. Greenback Tax Services is in the resources section. If Portugal is still on your shortlist, download the free Portugal Retirement Scorecard in the description. It covers banking, healthcare, visas, taxes, cost of living, and the biggest mistakes Americans make before moving. Free. Link below. The banking step is not the hardest part of moving to Portugal. It just feels like it because nobody prepares you for it. Now you are prepared. That is episode 10. That is the Portugal series. 10 episodes. Visas, healthcare, taxes, safety, cost of living, the honest verdict, and now banking. All verified from the primary documents that govern your retirement as an American abroad. More coming. Spain, Mexico, Costa Rica, Panama, and yes, we will look at the United States too, because the real question is not just where to go, it is what makes sense for your retirement. Subscribe so you do not miss what is next. This is Next Chapter Abroad, helping Americans navigate retirement and alternative lifestyles around the world. Your retirement. Every claim, every source, every time. We will see you next time.